Okay, this is my video for the assignment for chapter 6. So for the first one, for ethical and legal, I put down when I schedule patients to see a provider, like when I'm at work, and for it's like when it's for a need that's related to that provider's scope of practice. But if they request to see a provider, like the provider for a different topic that isn't in their scope of practice, I recommend them to a different physician. Because like I work in the cancer and hematology department, so if somebody, like, for example, requests an appointment with a doctor for like a physical or something, that's not really something that our providers do, so I recommend them probably back to like their PCP or something. And then for the ethical principles, for that one I put honesty and beneficence, and then there are just scope of practice laws that are specific to states that would relate to that. And then for ethical and illegal, I put physician-assisted suicide. I put this one because, physicians might feel for patients and want to help them if they're in like lots of pain and they've gotten to that point. But in most states, it's illegal to prescribe patients drugs that would help them to like end their life. So even though a physician may want to help them and it would be like an ethical situation, it might not be legal. And for that one, for the ethical principles, I put autonomy, and then the law is public law 105-12. And then for unethical but legal, I put cheating on your spouse. Even though people like can't be punished for this, like by the government, they can be imprisoned or fined for it. It's legal technically, but very immoral. And for the ethical principles for this one, I put loyalty and honesty. And I don't really think there are any laws that relate to that behavior. And then for unethical and illegal, one of the first things that came to my mind was that British nurse that was found guilty of murdering 7 newborn babies and then attempting to kill 6 other ones. And she was sentenced to life in prison for it. And for the ethical principles for that one, I put beneficence and honor. And then the law relating to this one is just law, against first-degree murder, which is causing somebody's death with deliberation, and they were all premeditated. So, and then the next question, based on what I learned, do I see new aspects to the examples I found? I think so. I think separating them into quadrants helped me to kind of understand them more, and then reading the chapter and what all relates to them, and then also what the unawareness of the ethical implications helped me to kind of understand all the quadrants a little bit better and what kind of things fit into them. And then how can I use what I learned about them? I think that in the future I can just think about the decisions that I have to make and kind of think about what the decision that I would make, and then other ones, how they would fit into different quadrants, and kind of judge what would be the best one to make based on that. And then for which quadrant I had the most trouble finding an example, that one would definitely be the third one, the unethical but legal. That's when my example was more vague. But I think both 2 and 3 can be kind of difficult to find an example for, just because something can be moral or immoral, but that doesn't always affect whether it's legal or not.